Hey y'all, I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all if you're still hearing that we are being blocked, our platforms are being shut down, anything dealing with the dignified remains of service members who are KIA'd in action on this platform, any photos, any videos, they're taking it down saying that you're violating their protocol, okay? Because the reason I know this is because this is what I did. So I know exactly how to do it. I know how it's supposed to look. So this administration is saying that they want to keep it like, with the family and stuff like that. And I did a duet with a video of the dignified remains of someone coming back. And it was a media person that had produced it. Sent it. I saw it and I chimed into them because I was like, what is going on here? Like, I was appalled at what I was seeing because there was nobody from the ministry. Nobody was there. There was only the people on the helipad when the remains came back, and the people that carried the casket on left and right side, and they were respectful and everything like that, but it was not what you normally see, like somebody high up standing out. There was nobody there. So it was appalling. Next minute I know, this thing had been on TikTok for a minute. Next thing I know, I get a message from TikTok saying that it violated their rules. What? Since when does showing a casket covered in a flag of someone who served this country violate rules? Unless there's a cover-up. Yeah. So if you have children who are serving this country, you have any children, because it's just not right. It's like nobody will know that they passed away unless you let people know. So if you're a mother, if you're a father, and you have any children who serve this country, and God forbid that they pass away in combat, please make sure you let America know. Because one of the things, it's like on one hand they're saying, okay, like with Vietnam War veterans and stuff like that, they fought for this country. When they came back, it was like they didn't even do nothing. So Vietnam War veterans were saying, hey, show us the respect. Show us that you actually give a rat's behind about us serving, and have the things set up for us, disability, programs and things like that for mental health when we return. And because, it was called one thing, traumatic brain, I can't remember what it was called originally, but I know it ended up becoming PTSD. So they're like, we need all these things. And I don't think whoever is making this call realizes that is a time for people, veterans who served, and people who are still on active duty, to honor their fallen. Because the problem is that if they die in combat, their friends and stuff, yeah, they may have a service over there while in combat, but their family members and stuff like that, when they go to that helipad or wherever it's at, in Dover Air Force Base or where have you, to receive their loved ones' remains, everybody else around them wants to know. It's not just their family or their close loved ones that want to pay their respects. It's any and everyone who appreciates their sacrifice. So when you cover that up, you are covering up the sacrifice of these individuals that are serving this country in combat. I don't think whoever's making the decision is truly understanding how disrespectful this looks, for real. To not let people post their remains coming back, not let people know who was killed in combat, because normally that is published. You can see it somewhere, like, normally it'll be at people's units and stuff like that. But if you're a civilian, you would never know. You have friends on active duty and never know. under this administration that they passed away, unless you could have been stationed with them, got out, went on one side of the country, and then you're thinking they're still in the military doing their thing, and then you go to try to call them and you find out nobody's answering. You're thinking like they playing you, but actually they didn't die in support of this country. And the only reason you don't know is because it's not allowed to be published by media or on TikTok. Yeah. So I'm just saying this. No one can tell a family member that they cannot show the dignified remains, that they cannot show the dignified remains of their loved one. It may not be able to be shown on here, or on the news may not be able to report it. But no one can tell the family member that they cannot have media personnel present, and they cannot give them, they cannot say that they cannot have the authorization to see their loved ones when they get back. Yeah. Because what I got a bad feeling that's going to happen is that military family members are going to start having media come to the funeral services. And that's going to be even worse, because then the caskets are, unless they're Catholic, those caskets are going to be open. And people are going to get a bird's eye view of all service members. Yeah. I don't think whoever's making the decision is looking at that there's a loophole. There's a whole bunch of loopholes. Yeah, because you got to think how many people are going to be taking pictures once they get if they go to a wake, if they go to a what have you. And just so you know, there's no way to cover this up. If any service member passes away in combat, their family knows they're there. So you can't cover that up. They have to come back. And they can't say to the family, oh, you can't put this out. Yeah. They could say, oh, well, we're not going to give you the life insurance, stuff like that. But you don't even know who the life insurance goes to. It could be going to a girlfriend, a cousin, a sister, a brother, or an ex. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, and even if you try it, some people will be like, middle finger to you. I'm still putting it out. So I'm just letting y'all know what's going on, because I was shocked when TikTok took my video down. Yeah, but y'all have a great day.